Isn't she beautiful? Now, I heard Ann Blyth was pretty, but, it isn't fair to be this pretty, Ann Blyth.
I think I'd better leave before we continue this interview.
But, Ann, I want to talk a little bit about your private life now. You have 5 children, and where do you make home?
We make our home in Toluca Lake. That's in North Hollywood, California.
You have Bob Hope as a neighbor?
About 5 minutes away.
Really?
Yes.
And now your husband is an obstetrician.
That's right.
And his brother is Dennis
Day.
Huh?
And it gets very complicated because between the rest of his brothers and his one sister, I think there are 32 grandchildren. So Christmas gets to be a marvelous big celebration.
Now, Ann, how do you manage with the family traveling around? I know you do nightclubs and you do television.
Well, I don't do as much as I once did for many obvious reasons. I have a marvelous husband. I think really sometimes he's the one that should be interviewed, and then perhaps you could understand why I enjoy doing this and enjoy it for the number of weeks in which I appear.
Is your husband musical?
He loves music, but he doesn't sing. He doesn't play any instrument. He did in school. He played the saxophone in school.
Were you a childhood sweetheart?
No, we didn't meet until I met him in California when he was already adopted.
Oh.
And, of course, that came about because of his brother Dennis. You see, when Dennis came out to be on the Jack Benny show, he, of course, brought his whole family with him.
Mm-hmm. Well, we enjoy Dennis Day very, very much.
Everybody does. He's a love.
I think we're interfering with the rehearsal here, Ann.
Well, this is marvelous atmosphere.
It certainly is. I hope everyone will come down and see
Thank you
in Showboat. I'm anxious to hear you, too. I always enjoy your beautiful singing voice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And she has 5 children. She's in Dayton for Showboat, opening at Memorial Hall and appearing all this week through Sunday with 2 matinees, Saturday and Sunday.
You had to mention that, too.
Yes, well, I want everybody to come down and see you, Ann
we
Blyth.
do, too. We do, too. It's just that it's a very difficult and a very heavy show, but quite beautiful. And, of course, working with Mr. Devine and Terrence Monk and the rest of the company has been a dream.
And you hear the music in the background. Of course, you're rehearsing. And you're going to go to Hawaii, I understand, in October. That's where we're going.
Really?
Yes. Do you go there often?
Well, we were there in April, and we're going again in October. And I think then the following year we're looking possibly into the idea of going on into Micronesia, which sounds fascinating.
Oh. Now, you like Maui?
Yes.
Yes, I understand. A lot of the film stars enjoy Maui very much.
Well, it's very quiet, and we've been very fortunate. We found a lovely little house there right on the beach, and it's just beautiful.
How do you keep this figure? What are you, about a size 3?
4.
4? Well, I was pretty close, wasn't I?
Can't fault you for one point.
No, do you stay on a diet all the time?
Oh, my, no. I stay on a diet of eating when I'm working like this.
Really? Have you always been very tiny?
I've always been small, yes, as you can see. I didn't grow very much. And even when I was expecting our children, I never did gain excess weight, which I think obviously is very good.
Oh, I think it's marvelous. I think you have all the women out there. I think they're envying you very, very much.
Well, no, I just think it's a matter of health. You know, it's just better for you and obviously better for your babies.
And what about your children? Any do you think are going to follow your career?
I doubt it at the moment. Certainly none of them seem that interested. They love music. They hear music constantly. That's the first thing that's put on in the morning, and I think the last thing they hear at night. And our girls particularly, study piano, and our oldest boy studies the trumpet. But that's just something, that we feel is rather good for them to do.